bringing you smart shopping tips, community events, and the newest trends. Now, let's chat.
It's so good to have with me in the studio today a fantastic, up-and-coming, but also very well-known father and son photography duo team, Herman Prater, Jr. and Senior. Herman works with us here at News 12, and he's also my good friend, your father. So good to have you here today. Photographer in Chattanooga for 50 years. Yes. What a story. And I was looking at your album, your portfolio of all the major famous athletes, celebrities you photographed. Very cool. Tell me about what inspired you. How did you get started?
Well, when I was about 10 or 12 years old, I had a camera around my neck, so I guess it was a gift from God for me to be a photographer. I entered the Air Force in 1968, and I started out with a little Instamatic camera. And I kind of just taking pictures of all the fellows, you know, in the unit. So when I got out, I got interested in it, and I met a gentleman named Israel Snyder, which was a professional photographer. And he asked, was I interested in it, photography, and I told him yes. So he told me what kind of equipment to get. From then on, I was kind of self-taught, and I just really learned on my own. And Reggie White was my first protege, taking pictures. I met him at Howard High School in the 10th grade. I followed him all the way through his professional career and ended up going to the Super Bowl and Hall of Fame photographing him.
Oh my gosh, that's an amazing story. So I saw your hat has his autograph and everything else on it.
I wore this hat to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, what was that like? And did you photograph him there?
Yes, I was on the sideline. Was
that one of the most memorable moments of your life?
That was the first memorable moment of my life. Wow. Plus, I rode back on the team bus with the players.
Wow. Herman, I didn't know all that about you. That's really cool, and thank you for your service. Thanks. So your album also had Michael Jordan. Who else was in it? Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Emmitt Smith, Peyton Manning. I mean, just go on and on. Gerald Wilkins, Johnny Taylor. I mean, I can go on and on with athletes. Oh yeah, that's amazing. When there's so many, you don't even know where to end. You've been honored with a 2023 Living Legacy Champion Award from the Bethlehem Center, a 2024 Community Homage Award at the BEC ceremony. How does that make you feel? Well, I have ties to the Bethlehem Center since 1960. I was a member as a kid growing up. I also coached Little League football at the Bethlehem Center, volunteering. And it was an honor for, I think, Reggie Smith and his board for honoring me for that award. Also, the BEC Award was coming up next week. I'm honored to be honored with them with the Homage Award. That was a kind of surprise, too, for my community work in Chattanooga. Right. Now, Herman, you've also been nominated for a BEC Award. Congratulations. I know you've probably heard all your father's stories. Maybe you've grown up with his pictures up on the wall. You're following in his footsteps. I am, yes. Can you tell me about that, maybe what you might be doing a little different from him? Well, honestly, I didn't want to be a photographer at first, but, you know, I had a friend at the time who asked me, you might want to try to get off into photography and everything, so I bought me a camera. And that was back in 2018, and from there on, I just been doing everything. So it's just been a full circle moment. I've had the opportunity to just have my work featured with the Rise of Chattanooga for the Horace Browserton exhibit. Right. So that was pretty cool. And you know, like I said, following his footsteps, it's a lot of stuff that he's done that I can't do, but of course I'm cultivating my own line and everything like that, and just trying to create the best art that I can. Do you teach him? Or do you kind of have to let him learn? I was trying to teach him when he was young, but he wasn't interested in it. So he's started about 3 years ago. He's doing real good. He do a lot of videoing. Right, it's different these days, right? It's different, yeah. Technology came a long way. I was used to film cameras. Well, tell me about that. Do you shoot it all on a phone, or have you learned how to? No, I got a digital camera, which is all new to me. Digital's new. Right, and you can do so much with digital, you know, versus film cameras. But the film cameras are coming back in existence, but it's hard to find people to print negatives. Right, that's true. Right. Did you ever do any of that at home? Well, I pulled around with it when I was young. My oldest brother's wife worked at a camera store downtown, and she used to give us the chemicals to print black and white. We played around with that in the closet. I love that. Yeah. Now, Herman, we talk a lot. We try to inspire and motivate each other. You're a local creative. Absolutely. What advice could you give people that might be trying to break through into sort of a creative field in Chattanooga? I just say stay authentic and real with yourself. Don't try to emulate somebody else because you see somebody else doing something. Have your own ideas to be able to push out there, because we all have different
thoughts and different ways that we create art. So the way that you may see it is the way somebody else may not see it. And I just say, like I said, stay inspired and push boundaries.
What about you, Mr. Prater? What advice would you give people who want to be a photographer?
Well, just stick to your dream. You know, don't let anybody discourage you. You know, it's, like I say, it's a lot of opportunities out there with a camera. You can meet a lot of people. Like I said, 2 more things. I also photographed President Obama when he was here.
Wow.
I also photographed Usher Raymond, which we appearing at the Super Bowl halftime show.
That's right.
I have some pictures of him when he first started out in 1995.
What an impressive legacy you have, and it's an honor to meet you, and you're basically a Chattanooga icon. Right. Thank you for coming on the show. I know you're proud of your dad.
Absolutely.
You're proud of your son. Sweet and talented, my friend. Anyway, thank you for coming on. Go check out Herman's work, visualsbyherman.com. You can see him on Instagram and Facebook. Our good friend, he works here too. We're excited to support both of you. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
Today I'm on